Happy Monday! Hey friends! Hola! Mi amigos! For a quickie surprise live from a really chilly Wisconsin yesterday. I was out downstairs doing a live stream. By the way, no, my Prysm hasn't arrived yet. I know everybody's asking me. Thank you! It maybe will arrive today. Send me some good juju, some good vibes for that, because I cannot wait to start scanning the world, starting with the region of Green Bay, Wisconsin. Prysm, if you saw my live stream yesterday and how my delivery, what's being delivered will change the world, it will, and it is. Not only a wellness revolution, which is absolutely necessary, not for this country alone, but for the entire planet. So today is a balmy -4 wind chill when I walked out, so it's up from -15 yesterday. I just got back from the gym. It's not stalling my workouts, but I'll tell you what, to go for a nice long 4 or 5 minute or mile walk like I like to do here. There's a lot of woods. It's beautiful. It's chilly to do that in -15, -4. Have you ever even been in weather that cold? It just takes the breath right out of you. It hurts to breathe. So, too cold for walking, long distance walking. But anyway, it is beautiful. Here we are in the front yard. And yeah, so today, no Prysm yet. Please send me some good juju, some good vibes. See it arriving today. And then I cannot wait to share it with you. Show you how it works, unbox, do a live demo, also start scanning everybody. If you're in the Green Bay region, you're going to want to know about Prysm. We'll call it, in short, your nutritional health score. Are you going to get an A+? We call that the Purple Club. So I've scanned a lot of people on the predecessor that are getting an F- in health. That means if they don't make any changes, they do not have the proper antioxidant protection against oxidative stress, which leads to, without the right protection, disease and illness. And who wants to age faster and decline faster than they have to? Life is just an absolute joy. It's a gift. We want to generate and co-create as much as we possibly can together. I mean, it's just wow. And then that kind of gives me a nice little organic segue into my title of today's surprise live. We want to be as vibrant and vitality and strong and stamina as much as possible to be of service to our global soul family, right? Cheers. I'm not a professional, NFL, actually, sports in general. I'd rather play them than watch them on TV, but this area really, really loves their Green Bay Packers. I think they lost yesterday. This is hot tea. Cheers. So I've got the swag only because the family loves the Packers. They go to some of the games too. Games is so cold, man. There's a special breed of people that can handle the cold, and I'm not one of them. I wasn't born and raised here. I was raised in Southern California. And I spent 5 years off and on in Bali in Southeast Asia, where I had a home there. That's what I prefer. If you are a subtropic or tropical fan, I'm right there with you. Not the cold. So I will be moving to a warmer area soon after Christmas. My sister gets in tomorrow. Hi, Paige. Yeah, say hi where you're joining. This is going to be decidedly fast because my phone does not do well in negative temperatures. And I'm going to start, my nose is going to get red and start dripping, which hasn't stopped me before, but it is pretty cold out here. Anyway, today's title, Your Dose of Peace. When I tap into the collective, kind of in and out to take a pulse, take its temperature, if you will, I can sense into a lot of things energetically. And I also take the pulse of my friends, from around the world, and a lot of people tell me they are desperate for peace. They're experiencing chaos, distractedness, overwhelm, fear, anxiety. Anxiety is like through the roof. And I am so grateful that my friends confide such personal things to me, and they have a safe space to do that. And so I hear that a lot from my friends, from family members, is that they are craving so desperately to have peace and ease and grace in their life. And what they're experiencing or even creating with their own thoughts is the opposite of that. So I thought I would come on here and give you a nice dose of peace today. One I have experienced and then really deep in today for me. That's why I had to hop on and tell you about it. I mean, this one really integrated for me. And when you get this, life spirals upwards. You feel like a little kid on Christmas, but every day. And the amount of peace, it's like the burdens just fall right off. And you feel so much lighter. You're like, oh, this is great. This is what it should be. Light, peace, ease. Oh, my goodness. I want that for everybody. Especially for the friends and the family that tell me that they're struggling with anxiety and fear, worry, overwhelm. And I understand during the holidays that can be even accelerated, ramped up for a lot of folks. I get it. So the other day, or last week, I was talking about how when we choose to incarnate, let's just say Earth as an example, as a physically focused human character or avatar, and in what I so irreverently call meat suits, our biological space suit, right? This is not who we are. We're piloting this space suit or meat suit, skin suit through our physically focused existence, this incarnation, for fun. It's supposed to be fun, by the way, for the sake of expansion, for the sake of seeing ourselves from a higher level, overcome trials, tribulations that we set forth for ourselves in our life plans to expand, and for the adventure of expansion. I mean, what else are we going to do with eternity, right? We are all divine fractals of God, and God is constantly expanding. God, source, creator, fill in the blank, whatever name you put on a higher power. And as divine fractals of God, we have the joy, the adventure, the quest, or hero's journey to expand and know ourselves differently and remember who we truly are, our power. And it's all about unconditional love. And when you really get that, when that starts to deepen for you, oh, the amount of peace. On top of that, you realize, and this is what I spoke about last week, so there was a line out the door and around the corner back on the unseen realm, the other side, and to incarnate as a physically focused, in this particular iteration, Homo sapien sapien, on this specific planet. There's infinite planets, infinite species, and this is a really fun one. Earth is not boring. Being Homo sapien sapien is not boring at all. And there are some boring planets and incarnations. Here, having free will, somewhat, and the ability to create at the high level that we are. Oh, my fingers are getting cold. We're still in the negatives. Wind chills here. I think we're supposed to have a balmy 30 degrees sometime this week. Anyway, yeah, so what else are we going to do with eternity? So we get to create a life plan, and your life plan has to get approved. It has to be like really meaningful. So there is a line of souls out the door back on the other side wanting to incarnate to Earth as a physically focused Homo sapien sapien for this era, for this range, for the Great Awakening. And so let's just imagine 8 billion souls, right? Perfect divine fractals of God. You are amongst 8 billion souls that had to have a really meaningful, powerful, potent life plan to incarnate. It had to get approved. So that means everybody you're interacting with. Maybe it's some parent or spouse that caused you trauma, right? That was your pre-life agreement. To expand, to greater know yourself. Everything's of service. Or some annoying, mean boss, or some, horrible politician or dark agenda, or you name it, right? Bob down the street that just won't leave you alone. Actually, my neighbor is Bob, and he's pretty cool. But like all these other souls that you're interacting with or you see on TV, they all had the ticket back to Earth to incarnate here because they had a meaningful life plan. And I think that's so awesome, because I don't know what everybody's life plan is. Some of you I have pre-life agreements with, and we know it, and we either have fulfilled them or we will, or we're in the process of it. So I think that's just so awesome when you know that, like, every soul here got to come to Earth. That makes them like every soul is loving and precious. However, it makes you look at every soul differently. You're like, wow. And this, to me, and when you already know that all judgment is self-judgment, when you really get that, a lot of people are spinning in their head, in their ego, losing their precious life force, their energy, leeching it away because they're in judgment. And when you understand what judgment is, really, really understand it, and you get to this place where you're like, it's impossible to judge. Impossible to judge any soul at all. And why would you want to? It only hurts you. All judgment is self-judgment. You casted everyone in your play, in your movie, in your hero's journey called life. You casted me. Bravo, thank you. I casted you. I mean, you're judging your own creations, your own cast in your movie. We don't know what someone's life plan is. Let's say it is your mean, annoying boss at work or coworker, for example. We give ourselves limitations as these masterful creators that we are, powerful, and we give ourselves opportunities to experience limitation in this dense, three-dimensional realm. Pardon the sniffles, I knew that was going to come. My fingers are getting cold and my nose. And so when you see someone, and let's just say maybe your boss, let's give him a name, Larry the boss, the annoying, mean boss, and he's very arrogant and criticizes people, and he's probably in judgment, which is self-judgment himself. And you judge him for being arrogant and in his ego all the time. But what if Larry's life plan was to experience what it is to be limited by having a big fat ego and criticizing everybody, being mean, being that mean boss? And that was his journey to transcend and experience that fully. We don't know what someone's life plan is, what their themes are. And so how could you ever judge another soul? They're here experiencing what they set out to. They're divinely guided and protected. They have their own posse of guides. By the way, we all have 12 to 15 guides with us, assisting us. Like, when you get to this place, you're like, it's all perfect. What a hoot, man. This lifetime, this incarnation is a hoot. It is not boring one iota. And you get to this place where you're just giddy as a kid, but you're also just so much into peace and grace because you see the perfection. People think, okay, so we know unconditional love is what we are innately. That's God. And we're we're back on that voyage of re-remembering who we truly are, which is unconditional love. They say, or we're taught erroneously, that fear is the antithesis of love or hatred. That is not true. It's actually judgment. Judgment is the antithesis of love. Unconditional love. And when you can let that go and find it absolutely impossible to judge anymore, oh my goodness, do you know how peaceful that feels? How light, how amazing? And you can just bravo, cheer on every other soul exactly and love them exactly for who and what they are right now, because they're on their adventure that they set out to experience. And however it looks, just cheer them on. Just be like, yeah, maybe I don't understand you or understand it, or, you know, your life plan, what you wanted to experience here is limiting yourself, right? And the human character, the meat suit, our avatars, which is not who we truly are in our infinite nature, cheer on every other soul. The mean boss, the annoying neighbor, the trauma from a former spouse. It all serves us. Every bit of it serves us. And when you can get that, the peace that you're going to experience is like nothing else. It is just amazing. And with that, I've got someone coming up my driveway here. It does not look like my Prysm IO yet, but I will be letting you know soon. As soon as I have it in my hot little hands, we're going to be getting it out and scanning and finding out how protected against oxidative stress and disease and illness, how we truly are. The nutritional lie detector test, we get to find out real time, on camera, live, and I'll be scanning as many people as I possibly can. Scan the world. Hi there. How are you? Oh, no worries. That's right. No worries. Yes. Thank you. Merry Christmas. Take care. Yeah, I am here looking for my meal. That was one of those little door sales, door-to-door sales. Anyway, so as soon as I have Prysm IO, you're going to find it out. And we're going to be doing a lot of videos, unboxing. You're going to get to experience what it is. And if you are in the area, friendly or otherwise, here's your chance. My first one, not only in the entire region, but maybe the entire state, to get my hands on this amazing technology. That is